York City and we're freezing our butts off. And my throat is hoarse, but I'm so excited to be here with Keshni Kashyup, truly a rare breed. She's a female Indian writer who just wrote an Indian American graphic novel. Hi Keshni, welcome to Andaaz.
Thank you.
So tell me, you studied several things and you went to film school. Did you always know you were going to be a writer?
Yeah, I've been writing since I was, I don't know, as long as I can remember. So and even when I was in film school, I was always writing screenplays and stories and that kind of a thing. So in a way, it's, people are sometimes, they ask me that question, this seems so different, but it's actually not that different. It's visual storytelling, which is very similar to filmmaking.
Parents often force us into certain professions.
Yeah.
And they think writing, dancing, theater, film, these are all hobbies. Did your parents support your dreams?
My parents are not sort of typical Indian parents. So in a way, they're very cool. They're very supportive. My mom always encouraged us to write and act and do things like that. Although I'm the only one who's who's a writer. But she also actually worked for Penn International before she got married in Bombay.
Oh,
so she, she has a love of literature as well.
So it's in your blood.
It's in my blood.
But you weren't afraid to be blunt. You talked about sex, you talked about weed, you talked about all sorts of things that perhaps somebody may look at it and may judge a little, especially in our community. Is that a natural inclination for you? Are you just a blunt person in general? Or?
I am. Somebody just told me this weekend I'm so blunt. I am kind of a blunt person, but at the same time, I also was, it's ridiculous to think that, kids aren't exposed to things like, it's America,
I know.
It's even in India, it doesn't even matter. It's not even
Yeah.
America. It's like, I was just writing about my experience, and that was my experience.
That was your experience. Yeah. Well, I commend you on your courage. Well, let's talk about the philosophy behind this book.
Okay.
John Paul Sartre. Am I saying that right?
Sartre.
Sartre. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not French. But you had different notions in there, like to be, and what is truth.
Yeah.
Now, these are all very deep concepts, especially for a teenage literature like a novel.
Yeah.
Are you an evangelist about existentialism? Do you want to convert people through your writing?
I'm not an evangelist for anything. I don't, it was a literary device, really. I did have a class in existential philosophy when I was 15, and it was important to me because it was asking some interesting questions, but I have a cursory knowledge of existentialism. I did some research, of course, on it, and I reread a lot of Sartre's books, and I consulted some friends who were philosophy experts and stuff just to make sure I was on track. But in general, it's about a 15-year-old girl's interpretation of existentialism, so it's going to be somewhat limited to begin with. But no, I don't even know how to answer that question. I wouldn't even know what existential evangelism looks like.
Well, I wish you all the luck, Keshni.
Thank you.
And I'm sure your future novels are just going to be great successes as well.
Thank you, Sarika.
Sure. And stay with us because we're going to talk to some more artists.